nationalism. Now that's good. Idea cost, production efficiency, land shock, morale, manpower recovery. Wow. I'm bowled over by that. You're a kingdom, but I bet your finisher would be Republican tradition, if you were a republic. Nice. Okay, and that is the end of your vassal. Alright, so instead of focusing on the north, we'll take the south. So we can seal ourselves off at the river, I rather think. Sort ourselves out there. What are we looking at then? Huh. The map I have does not include the Indus, but I thought he took the Indus. And that's enough reason for me to want to take it. I bet Alexander didn't have to deal with these many fortifications. It's just merchants, fellows. Actually, Smarkand is high base tax. I will throw most of my missionaries at that. Alright. We took that damn Indus. I want all that Indus. Shouldn't have opened this up directly because it cancels whatever modifications you made to the peace deal. And I can just... can't really annex him, but if I can force him to move his capital over here, that would be good. He wouldn't move it to there. He would move it here, most likely. Just trying to balance this out a little better. Alright, that's acceptable. I believe he would move his capital down here. Because it's more connected to more pieces of land. Alright, looks good to me. And let's deal with that admin gap that we are now nowhere near. Oh, we're only down to 2 missionaries now because we lost the counter-revolution, counter-reformation. Ah well, that's fine. Who needs them? He took what is now Bullockstan, but he stopped at that. Nah, he took that Indus. I'm certain of it. Swell, I can even make trade companies now. This is the best. And since I have the high mercantilism as well, we might even end up with a free merchant from it. And we do! Ha! Control of the Indus is enough to give us another free merchant. I should probably be rethinking how I'm routing this. Because Constantinople could make us the boondollar if we focus pretty hard on it. Forcing it through Aleppo, which makes sense. We dominate Aleppo. Would kind of make sense to throw it up to Persia since it will get an extra bounce of increasing in value. Hormuz. We don't nearly have the kind of power we want here. But we should transfer anyway. Part of the problem is bloomin' Oman here. My shekel ambition knows no end. We need more frigates. Like 40 of them. East Indian Trade Company. Exactly what Alexander wanted. Alright, you take those dank memes and you get the hell out of here. Too busy trying to figure out my trade. Already quite a lot of it comes out from here. So I don't really think we need to throw more, but I think we'd be better off here than dealing with Indus. Yeah, we'll go with that. Because that way, instead of the power we have being divided between the two, all of our power forces through here. Good. And now Constantinople was previously worth about 70 for us, now we're making 85. Glorious. Because, I mean, frankly, Jesus doesn't pay as much as he used to. Pay your taxes, God boy. Jake, can you give us a link to the map that I am using? Sure, this is someone, Agent Paper from the chat made this. Someone else already linked it. Okay, so I've made a few modifications to it. In fact, Amsaya is not meant to be mine, so here you go. I'm not a monster. Jake, you should route Aleppo through Alexandria to get the extra bounce. True, but my power in Alexandria is a little low. Could kind of fix that by building more buildings. Especially on Rosetta and Alexandria themselves, as they're where the big money comes, or at least all the power. Commonwealth chaining bankruptcies. They must have some kind of exploit up their sleeve. Oh, the state needs the money. We are too poor. We have too few generals. Guys have nothing on us. Right, so we're secure here. We do need to take care of Lad, whatever. Oh, vassal of Uzbek. I guess we are going to have to round to the Uzbeks. Afghanistan is at 18 out of 21. I don't want them hitting 21. Persia needs to be annexed. Do I even need either of these? Well, 100 army tradition is always nice. Let's waste it on a couple of generals. 6642, not too shabby. There are probably people screaming at me going, why do you have 7 out of 3 generals? That's how we roll. Get a glorious monument. Where deserves a glorious monument? Well, I think the mighty area of Skio. People will come from miles around to see it. We suck a lot of power from Crimea thanks to our powers here, so we should really be building up everything we have in Constantinople. We lost a wee bit to Trebizond, but I don't mind Trebizond having a ton of money, because we gave them our fairly built up Kanik. Oh, I thought it was fairly built up. Did it lose buildings when I sold it? He did take the Indus, Jake, and then I've got a link to something else. Let's have a look. Conquest of Alexandria. Oh man, that is... somebody drew that with a very thick pen. I mean, for one, it claims that he took this land here, but I'm fairly sure it was autonomous in his time. Well, I mean, I wasn't there, so what can I say? I'm just going by best guesses. Alright, Persia, you need to go. You're allied with Uzbek, they also need to go. What the heck? Timmy's making a comeback? Good luck with that. A Timmy comeback tour starts now. We have a truce with you for how long? 1.5 years, that's almost acceptable. Jake, Cyprus. Yeah, Cyprus belongs to Trebizond. I couldn't think of a better person to give it to, but it certainly doesn't belong to me. Jake, Raz Garib is not supposed to be yours. Ah, that is true. I took it because I had to separate him from his capital. By him, I mean the Mamluks. So, you are completely right. If I want to stay true to myself... Well, he's paying through the nose for this, though. Even the Suez is a bit meh, but we took a bit of it, so it might as well count as ours. And Great Admiralty will allow us an extra individual as well, the Great Admiralty of Naxos. It's a makes sense as somewhere to go in order to get knowledge about the sea, or swimming at least. People are sending me so many links to maps. Hopefully one that looks a bit more. Oh yeah, that's a good map, and it does show that we have the Indus, which is what I like. It seems to represent its way up to Choi as well. My man Epirus is in trouble. Gotta help him out. Oh right, yeah. I wanted you folks to help me out. 40,000 of our best to protect the trade in Hormuz, because frankly I don't have enough of it. Well, I have most of it, but I want more. We get legitimacy through the roof thanks to our ideas. Has it time to eat Persia yet? I guess if we're waiting we can fabricate claims. Afghanistan's still sitting at 18 ideas, which is nice-ish. Unfortunately they only have to take one from each of the categories, so they might end up getting all three too quickly. What? As long as the Ottomans exist, I can't remove Turkish from the map, I don't think. Is that true? It says can't remove ones with nationalism, but how true is this? I think I've already removed all the Turk that I can. Yeah, nationalism is getting in the way here. Oh well, welcome back, Ottoman. Don't really like you being there. Oh, poor Ramazan. Jake, can you stop choosing your runs? You know the answer to that, Lord Crow. It was already too late. Okay, next month it's the end of you. And your friend Uzbek too. Jake, what's the point, if any, to keep the country divided by Ramazan? It means half-price coring for all the lands in Asia, because my capital is in Europe. I think that is a fairly good reason. If you disagree, then you are wrong. Sorry to say. We might as well take the capital here. And I need to take this as well. I feel, if anything, a little short on troops. If only I had a lot of money and manpower, I could build more. But Pope just ain't paying his taxes, I suppose. Alright, my pirates here. Yeah, they're doing me more harm than good. Ah, there we go. How's that Hormuz power? It's looking pretty Athenian these days. And how's that working out for Constantinople? Oh, swell. 115 duckity-doos. Let's show them what the 6-6 does even when outnumbered. That's right. It takes names and it doesn't remember faces. I'm not at war with Multan, but I can walk through them. Alright. Sure. Trouble with our rebels is they spawn with a whole heap of cannons, and we are ill-equipped to deal with that. Plus they all get their own general, and there's a good chance they'll end up with a siege pip or two. No time to waste, just take the land back. secure the northern border again. The Oirot are involved here now. We're allied to you? Huh, they're a vassal view. It's very rare to see the Uzbek cleaning up house across the steppes. But I do like seeing the underdog winning like that. Can't stop me. Again, I believe this is music from the Crusader Kings soundtrack. It's very, very good. Sadly, we'll have to make separate peace with Uzbek for a chunk of land. Maybe not the biggest chunk of land, but still a fair chunk. To the point where I'm actually willing to micro a bit of this. Just to spread out and take the land, because I take it fairly effortlessly. Who knows, if this war drags on, we might even achieve religious unity. Jake, is your capital on Constantinople? No, it's on Alexandria. 11 base tax, not bad. I lost something around here. Wow. That's what I get. Well, they're doing a good job, but not good enough. Unfortunately, the guys that I left behind here proved themselves to be completely incapable, so I'll fire them. I'll make them start up some kind of city. I think I'll call it Alexandria. Jake, do you think this exploit would be enough for a Three Mountains Catholic Ryukyu? Oh yeah, definitely. Not that you'd need it for that. It's been done. It's been done before without exploits, but it would be a good crutch for you if you needed such a thing. Not that I'd be looking down on you for that, because hey, I've used a fair amount of exploits. Speaking of which, I'm a little short on men. Hey God, do you think you could help us out a bit? Hold on, how many advisors could I get? I want them all. I'll wait till I have 30 though, there's far less of an expenditure for that. Thanks God. You're the man. They'll have that sorted. Is your hand in all this? No. But Uzbek sure is, and they need put in their place. Jake, I thought you're taking longer than Alexander's 10 years. I thought you were good. There were less forts back then. Don't think Alexander had 1.7 million men on the back burner. You might be right with that one. Okay, I think we have plenty of war score with Uzbek. I thought wrong. Holding their capital just isn't enough these days. Well, maybe if we kill his men a bit, that'll sort him out. Make him mellow out. Is this exploit going to be fixed in the next patch? It's unlikely. But it will probably get fixed shortly after. Probably, I mean, I'm come to think of it. Tough one. But I don't think it'll be fixed in CS on release. Might be fixed afterward. Should be fixed afterwards. It's a big one. They're still at 18 ideas, but I'm sure they're close to getting all the ideas. Alright, come on Uzbek, I am wrecking you here. Give me the lands that I want. And what do I want? I've already forgotten. Let's see, a good way to think of it is around... Because I'm grey, it's hard to see what lands are the wastelands and therefore can't be taken. But I need Ro, and whatever is north of Ro, and this one, apparently. So, speak to me, Uzbek. I need these. And then we are done, you and me. Never again, as long as you don't conquer any lands around here. But I trust you won't. No need to break your alliance with Persia, because Persia is about to be history. Yeah, we'll go for the money as well. Thanks, man. We'll never have religious unity. Can't, for whatever reason, do this one, so we'll just convert it instead. Someday I dream of religious unity. Nothing unifies your army quite like religion. Alright, but that leaves you, Persia, and I'm afraid utter annihilation for you. What does that do to our overextension? Pshaw. You'd almost think I planned this. Sagir Yogir campaign in the future, Jake. Still on the cards. Especially now that we have all these Buddhist mechanics. Okay, so the Afghans are up next, but our truce lasts for another 5 years. Is there any border cleaning to be done? There's not really any coring left to be done here, so perhaps Ramazan, it is high time that they left the playing field for good. I am very saddened by that. Afghanistan haven't moved their capital, but only because they have rebels. Rebels prevent you from moving your capital, so you see. Alright, it does make me very sad, but it's time for you to go, Ramazan. I'll take advantage of these pretenders having done all this sieging, and I can take over their progress. And I think all of this land goes to me, so it'll be full annexation of Ramazan. Trebizond will hold the north. We love that army tradition, why would we ever lose it? Says the man that picked the wrong option last time. Okay, Afghanistan, don't you dare take ideas. You are forbidden from that. And cheers, that's just the one battle that we need. One is in victorious. Babby mechanics, he says. Hey, karma can be good or bad. Balanced karma is the best, though. Oh, sweet, we are so close to getting client states. Then we can release Sparta. Excellent. Which means I can annex the Ottomans and release them as something. Can someone tell me the name of what was here? Like, the closest name of a nation for it? Because I would quite like to not have the Ottomans on the map in what is meant to be this Alexander land. That's the name of it. Bithynia. Alright, as soon as we can get that next Diplotech, start spitting out those client states. Afghanistan. What's your leader like? Pretty good. Air sucks though. I just hope they don't get those ideas. Unfortunately, if they don't move their capital, it's going to be pretty hard for me to, well, solidify my borders. And they don't give me military access, I can't go and take care of that problem for them. Okay, as soon as my cores are done, it's good night, Ramazan. You did well. Yeah, these are both vassals of Russia. We'll have to smooth out the borders with a big old-fashioned war with the Rus, who is technologically on par with us, only because we're letting them. Jake, will there be an achievement for restoring Alexandrian borders? We were actually talking about this because he really... Wiz was saying, well, he's always looking to troll me with achievements, basically. And so he heard that I was doing Athens. He's like, gotta make a new Athens achievement someday. So you can rest assured that he's going to do some horrible Athens achievement after I've already played as them. Because he knows that I want 100% achievements again, and I'm currently at 101 out of 120. Some of them are easy ones that I can't be bothered to do, like abolishing that government type as Poland. But, sometimes I'm just having my feet and he rolls through with this great big grin on his face going, yeah, I've got this idea for an achievement, and he tells me it, and I just go, oh. And then he laughs and walks away. Right, just how many of these guys can we get? I want 1,000,000 advisors, please. Guess I'm stuck with these advisors for a while. Lithuania, welcome. Holy smokes, how many advisors did I get? Am I going to crash the game when I open this? Guess I got my pick of them. Alright, well, I'll have that better relations over time guy, I guess. An unrest guy, I guess. Oh, there are no military advisors to be had. What a pity. Well, at least we've got good advice now. So glad we dealt with this front so early on. It might be a little liberal, an application of Alexander's borders, but I'm sure there's some justification to all the provinces we took. As long as we left behind the province of Worthless for Transylvania, I'm quite impressed by. And don't worry, Sparta will be spat out. I need my fair share of muscly, sweaty men as well. What are we looking at? 48 on the overextension? That'll be mostly all be gone soon. Oh, 88 like that. But that one's only 2 base tax, so we're fine. Chomp. Okay, so now all of our land is linked up. And let's have a look at the autonomy. Bearing in mind... bearing in mind that all this was 75% autonomy or more previously, if we check the autonomy map mode, mostly 0 in this region, getting closer to 60 over here.